A lot of the times, when you give like a really low ball offer on a property, then it just pisses them off. So now, okay, so this is basically the numbers that he gave us. Remember, he said it was 62,000 income, and there's 88 units. It's a total of 13,160 square feet, and it's 2% vacant. Okay. The market cap rate, we ran the numbers at a 6 cap, right? Now, it is country, and one could argue that that's too low, but the truth is, and what I've noticed over the past couple of years of doing this in the Texas market, is that the Texas cap rates are a little bit lower than most places, first of all. And really, this Kingsland area, although it is kind of outside of the Atlanta metro area, the cap rate is, that area is booming and growing. So, a lot of people, they're looking for, on properties like, in the country, I'm not going to pay a cap rate lower than 8%. But the truth is there's no deals out there like this. All right. So if you're looking for a property out in the middle of nowhere and you're trying to get an 8 cap, it's going to be very, very difficult to find. In fact, we rarely ever find that, honestly. So we are typically in Texas, California, and a lot of Florida. We're doing like 6 cap numbers, but then and then all the other places we're really running our numbers at like at a 7 cap. Okay, that's kind of where we're at. And we believe in giving the owners a fair offer, and not cheating them and not making them feel like crap a lot of the times. When you give like a really low ball offer on a property, then it just pisses them off. Really pisses the owners off. And we don't want to do that. We want to build a relationship with them. So we try to be fair. Now, okay, so now on my deal analyzer, remember, anybody can purchase this deal analyzer. You just go to my website, but anything is in yellow is what you fill in. So the question is, what do you ask the owners when you talk to them? What information do you need, right? Everything in yellow is what you need. You need the annual income, the number of units, the total square footage, your vacancy, right? And then you need all these expenses here. What's the property maintenance? Like, how much are you going to be spending for your boots on the ground and maintaining the property? How much is your staffing? Staffing is your call center, whoever's going to answer your phone, whoever's handling your auction process. Okay, so it's really where your two people that you're going to be helping you, or if you're going to do it, you're going to do it yourself. You can do it yourself, but like, and then when you click on the deal analyzer sections on ours, at least, there's a formula you can see. So you can see kind of how we're running the numbers to get to that formula. All right. But anything in yellow, you can always override. Right. You can always say, like, no, I can do it cheaper, or no, it's going to be more expensive, or whatever. And you could come in and you could change it. But we try to put all the formulas in, basic, generic. I mean, we've looked at every property in every country. I mean, every country, every state. And and this is also based on our expenses as well too. We run our expenses kind of high, so maybe if you're buying a little tiny facility that's like 50 units or something, maybe your expenses won't be as high, because the expenses here are really coming out to about maybe anywhere from 32 to 38% based on the purchase price. And the higher the purchase price, the more expenses, the lower the purchase price, the lower the expenses. Okay. But I've talked to I have like one student I talked to who was like, I run my property at 27%. And I'm like, well, great, do that then, just change your numbers. That's all you have to do, but we don't. We're expensive. Like, we run our numbers high. So we run our numbers conservatively. Okay, so you can see here that you need to figure out how much it's going to cost for your initial clean out, and then like if you're going to do any new build or renovations or CapEx or something like that. And then you're looking at your closing costs, right? How much is it going to close it? If you're going to close it yourself, right? Maybe it's just a 1% close a cost. But if you're going to get a realtor to close it, then you need to change this to 3. So it could be anywhere from like 1 to 3% to close the property. You could just update it any way that you want. The property taxes are a formula in our deal analyzer, but if they come out to be higher than what our number is, then you just override it, right? So it looks like she overrode this. She overrode this and this as well too. All right, so she basically put these numbers in, but if you end up buying my deal analyzer, there is a formula here as well too. So if you're like cannot get the information from the owner, then you could just leave our formulas in and you'll be close. Okay.
Hey everybody, this is Stacy here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am here to teach you how to get your foot into this industry. You're watching this video because you want to learn how to get started in self-storage investing, or maybe you own facilities and you want to be a better manager, a better owner. That is what I do, is I teach people how to do that. So please like this video and also subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because that's what YouTube wants. So in order for me to get out the word on how to get started in this industry, I really need your help. Again, I appreciate you listening to me, and I'm here to help you on this journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.